Back to the good bits.
Yes. Well, welcome to Sonic in Tails.
I believe the term is Sonic Chaos. Stop right there, Eggman.
Are you sure about that, Jova?
Stop right there.
Oh no! Why don't I just fly a bit higher?
Cease and desist.
Sonic, wait for me!
Come on, Tails.
There you go.
We got ourselves a mission to solve in Sonic Chaos.
Wait, why are they using Sonic 2's start?
Sonic and Tails. Okay, for those who are not, this is the Game Gear Japanese version. Basically, the Master System version of Sonic Chaos only came out in Europe and Brazil. So, no Japanese version of Master System. Sorry. There you go. Now this is the Master System version. And, of course, you can see a lot more of this cutscene now. Okay. For those who don't know, Sonic Chaos and Sonic Triple Trouble were actually named in Japan by the developers as Sonic Tails and Sonic and Tails 2.
Oh boy, my favorite game company, Say.
Yeah. Sorry. A little glitch there. Alright, I don't want to select the zone. Let's just start from the beginning.
Let's start in...
However...
Oh, yes, that's right. You get to choose who to play as.
In fact, since Tails got the freaking shaft in the previous game, you know what? Screw you, Sonic. We're playing as Tails today.
Yay.
Turquoise Hill, Zone 1.
Whatever. I know you'll eventually pick me anyway.
Totally not Green Hill, we swear.
It's turquoise.
It's Turquoise Hill, Shiori. Tails cannot fly still in this game. This game came out in 1993.
Which is weird because he could fly in Sonic 2.
Well, Jova, he's not playable in Sonic 2 anyway. So
no, I mean he could fly in Sonic 2, the Genesis version, which was out by now. So why not bring that over to here?
Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Now he can fly. Here's the thing. Tails was also flying in the cutscene right before this level. What I mean is that you can't fly when you're playing as him. That's what I mean.
I know.
But he can still fly. He was flying earlier in the intro cutscene.
Actually, that looked like he was running.
Oh, he was running? Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of Sonic Triple and Trouble. Like, seriously, I've literally marathoned for all of these 8-bit games, and they're melding together in my brain right now. But anyway.
So, basically, allow me to tell you the story of development. Somebody came and slapped the developer of Sonic 2 8-bit, said, "Get your crap together," and this was made.
Yeah. It was originally called Sonic and Tails, as I've shown earlier, but in the West, Sega America thought it... There you go, Tails has passed. Passed what, exactly?
Well, maybe this is the afterlife.
Did he pass
from the previous game?
No, she's right. Maybe they're saying he passed gas. I don't know. Like,
No.
Something has passed.
So he passed away. So Turquoise Hill is part of the afterlife. Quite interesting.
Yes, everybody. Here's one thing you'll notice immediately with Sonic Chaos. And by the way, you can only get the emeralds as Sonic. There's no special stages in the Tails playthrough.
See, I told you you'd be playing as me eventually.
Yeah. Which means Tails is the easy mode of Sonic Chaos, which is already kind of ridiculous because Sonic Chaos, ladies and gentlemen, is by far the easiest Sonic platformer. And I mean 8-bit, 16-bit, whatever. The levels in this game are pathetically easy. You will finish them under like the only way you'll last more than 1 minute in each of these acts is if you bumble around and dawdle. Because if you're just going through the stages normally, even if you're playing for the first time, you'll beat all these stages no problem. Seriously, there's little opposition. And the stages are so short. Seriously. Look at this. Like, there's nothing. There's nothing.
Pedro, surely it will be oh so much tougher when we play as Sonic, right?
And here's the boss battle. The boss battle consists of this. Yes, the bosses are equally easy. But anyway, to run off from Jova's joke, yes, apparently Aspect realized that people hated Sonic 2's terrible difficulty design, so their solution was, let's make the game piss easy. There you go.
I will say this, I still have more fun with this game than I do with
well, yeah.
Sonic 2 8-bit.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying, just because it's at the very least not frustrating. But at the same time, like, we literally went from one extreme to the other extreme.
Well, I wouldn't say it's so much going from one extreme to the other extreme, because Sonic 2 8-bit, as we've mentioned, was all over the place. I would say this, at the very least, this game is more consistent with its nature.
It is, yes. And there you go. So there you go. You don't really have to do that much to win at Sonic Chaos. The only major challenge comes from the special stages. However, since we're doing the Tails playthrough, don't worry, Sonic, we'll get back to you. We're doing easy mode right now. So basically, yeah, well, I don't really care much for the special stages in this game anyway, so it's actually not that bad of an idea to play as Tails for me, personally. Mechanically, he controls exactly the same as Sonic. He cannot fly, he cannot swim, so it's literally just a palette swap. There you go. Wow, this stage actually took me more than a minute. Amazing. Tails has passed. Shiroi, how was your experience with Sonic Chaos on the Mega Collection?
Fine, I guess.
Well, yeah. How would it? Gigalopolis. Because even with screen crunch, it doesn't really matter that much, because as you can see, these levels have little to no opposition. Like seriously, there's a couple of badniks here and there, but that's about it, really. You're fine. Like, just keep moving forward. You'll get there. Bye. And we're done.
Oh.
30 seconds.
Hey,
exactly.
Look,
Congratulations.
hey, look, audience, don't tell Tails this, but I actually cracked a deal with Robotnik to make things a little easier for the kid, you know. Give him his own first time out on the venture, and Robotnik was surprisingly very agreeing about it. But don't ruin the illusion, you'll make the kid cry.
Fun fact, for this playthrough, I was experimenting with various different Master System emulators and RetroArch cores to see if there was one that had any kind of function to disable. Hold on. And there you go. This boss is also kinda referenced in Mania, kinda, except it's different. I mean, you can kinda consider the boss from
In the Knuckles stage, right?
So, Pedro, would you say that this is a game that you consider actually tougher on the GameCube version?
Well, yeah, it is tougher for a reason that I don't really agree with, but yeah, I guess it is tougher on the Game Gear. Tails has passed again. Wow, how many times is Tails gonna pass in this game?
Well, we've seen he can die a lot and come back from it just fine.
Sleeping egg. And by sleep, okay. Normally when a Sonic zone has egg in it, I expect it to be some kind of mechanical zone, because, you know, Eggman. But this is more like a ruins level. Wouldn't it make sense to be like Sleeping Ruins zone, rather than Sleeping Egg? But hey, at the very least, guys, this is the first zone that has bottomless pits in the game. So yeah, we're stepping up a notch. Now we're taking off the train. Basically, the game decided to take off the training wheels. Now it has added bottomless pits.
Oh boy. Well, okay. Well, to be fair, bottomless pits have been a thing in the series since the start.
Oh yeah, that's the thing, Dips. There you go. Now things are, as Johnny put it in his review, a tad more challenging. Just a tad. So basically, from this point on, you have to mine my bottomless pits. But yeah, like I was saying, I was experimenting with various emulators for Master System and RetroArch cores to see if I can find one that has the ability to take out the blue border on the left that we saw in Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. And I did find that Pico Drive on RetroArch can take out the core, the blue border on the left. The problem is it causes a little bit of graphical glitches. So basically, I figured it would be an interesting thing to showcase. So there you go. If you, I also did try SMS Plus, which was an emulator that's also on the Wii. It has a natural option in the options right there, border on or off, and it can actually turn off the border well. But I didn't find that out until after I recorded this. The problem is that the SMS Plus doesn't have as many features as other emulators, so it's a bit bare bones.
So the composer of this game is Kojiro Mikusa.
Doesn't ring a bell. What else did he do?
He did stuff for his most recent credit was in a game called Meteo's Disney Magic back in 2007. And as for his song credits, it includes such gems as this game, Sonic the Hedgehog's Game World, Coca-Cola Kid, Tails Adventures, Virtua Fighter Animation, Sonic Blast, the Lost World Jurassic Park Game Gear version, and Rent a Hero #1. Storied lineup.
I guess.
So this game did come out on the Master System in Europe, so...
Yeah, in Europe, and that's the version I'm playing, yeah. Europe and Brazil, yes. This was indeed the last... I think this was the last first-party Master System game, actually. Now that I think about it, because remember, this was 1993. So yeah. Also...
Well, didn't Sonic Blast get a...
it did this, but it was done by Tectoy exclusively for Brazil, so Sega themselves didn't make the port. They authorized it, but they didn't even. It wasn't their decision to make it even. Like, if it wasn't for Tectoy, that Master System port wouldn't even exist. So. There
I
you go.
believe we got Sonic Chaos on Mega Collection Plus.
Yes,
we do. It's the Game Gear version though. Not that that's the problem, because this game is piss easy, so it's not that big of an issue as in Sonic 2 at the very least.
Maybe it's because I'm used to it, but again, in some weird way, I kind of prefer the Game Gear version. I don't know. I just feel like sprites feel like they pop out better on the Game Gear version for some reason.
Well, they're zooming out on them, so of course they would. I don't know. For me, it's one of those things where I value a big wide field of view a lot. It's very valuable to me.
I get that. It's weird. I think the Master System feels a little washed out in comparison. Weirdly enough. Mecha Green Hill Zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, this. And by the way, listen here. Is that Zero's theme? Okay. Java, remind me again, when did Mega Man X1 come out?
Let me check and see.
Basically, Shira, are you familiar with Mega Man X?
Yes.
Okay.
Have you played any of it?
Oh, so the same year as this.
I'm familiar with its plot.
Okay.
Boy.
Johnny pointed this out as well, but I'd like to point it out as well myself. That beginning riff of the theme, it sounds exactly like Zero's theme.
What a coincidence!
Which one? There's X1. That.
You're gonna hear it again in a moment. Hold on.
Right.
And then who isn't familiar with X6?
Oh boy, X6.
Okay,
Seriously?
this came out a couple of months before.
Oh, so maybe.
Oh my God, Capcom, you ripped this off. 0 out of 10.
I hate what's going on with the background effect there, by the way.
Because it's green.
Hmm?
Because of its green saturation.
It looks like it's flashing, even though it probably isn't.
It isn't.
Don't worry, it's not.
It's bad background art. Just
also,
basically.
yeah, this one has fake springs, one that you can take for a ride.
I will give it credit though. I will. This particular take on Green Hill. This is exactly how Green Hill should have looked like in the beginning of Sonic Forces, instead of having sand in it. See? A mechanized Green Hill completely enslaved by Robotnik. Now this looks better. Like, seriously. This is how it should have done. Look at that. Notice how the checkerboard thing is now metallic? You know, you still have the grass.
Cool.
It is pretty cool. Level trope. I really wish we could have this trope used in a higher powered console. Go ahead, Liz.
I mean, it looks fine. It's just I'm wondering, considering how I've noticed the Sonic fan base seems to be rather, seems to have quite a large memory. I'd have thought, was Sonic Team thinking, oh no, if we do this, they'll accuse us of ripping off Sonic Chaos or something?
No, nobody's gonna accuse them of that. That doesn't. First of all, Sonic fans wouldn't even mind that. They would just see that as a nice callback, if anything. Like, not really.
Snap.
For those who remember this game, anyway.
Well, actually, a lot of European and especially Brazilians do. So yeah.
Tails has passed again.
Oh no! It's bad enough he died in the previous game, but now he's died like.
They're rubbing it in.
Don't you see?
It's a good job he's got a continue. It's a good job he's got a whole bunch of continue.
Don't you see, Groups? If Eggman kills him to the point of game over, that is the worst death. But if he reaches the end of the stage, that is an honorable death, and thus he is allowed to continue his miserable existence.
Oh yeah, this is another thing that I would like to bring up as well about the 8-bit platformers. The 8-bit platformers suffer from a common case that a lot of 8-bit games had, which is sometimes the performance can be a bit iffy when there's a lot on screen. In fact, for those of you who may have not played Mega Man, the original Mega Man games, there you go. See, this is a glitch that comes from removing the border on this emulator. So usually it's best to just leave the border on because the game just expects it. But anyway. And that was the end of the stage. See, there you go. See, the thing is, basically, everybody, you know how you may have noticed that when you played the first Mega Man Legacy Collection, you'll notice that in the options there's a turbo mode. For those who don't know what a turbo mode is that because Digital Eclipse literally hacked the ROMs to basically remove any kind of slowdown, like it goes beyond what the NES was doing, because when the original Mega Man NES games, if you play them on the NES, they do have quite a bit of frame rate issues when there's a lot on screen. So Digital Eclipse, when they made the collection, they took the liberty of creating that turbo mode so you can play the games at a proper consistent frame rate that never shugs.
Okay.
It was a common thing with 8-bit games at the time where yes, Jova?
If I can give this Ocean Stage some credit, it has a pretty baller tune.
Oh, yeah.
It does, actually, yeah.
Yeah, Sonic Chaos' soundtrack is, I'm gonna say it, it's good. It's downright good.
Fun.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
It's one of the. For me, it's one of those soundtracks where I like it when I'm playing the game, but I never really felt compelled to listen to it outside the game.
I'm fine with it on both avenues, but I can see why it would be more a game that's it is more a soundtrack that's engaging.
Look how many continues I've got.
That's the amount of times Tails.
I'm not even gonna.
So many continues that go off the screen.
Not just that, Dwebs. You'll nobody's gonna even use those continues because this game is piss easy.
Well,
maybe they got a lot of maybe Aspect got a lot of complaints about Sonic 2 8-bit.
Well, that was my theory, Dwebs. Yeah, maybe this was the response to the feedback.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you think the difficulty curve is too uneven? Well, fine. We'll have it so there's no curve at all.
It's kind of like how
It's a straight line.
It's kind of this boss. We're fighting a metallic egg.
also, is it just me? If I recall correctly, the bosses have unique tunes. In the sense that each one's a slight remix of the stage theme.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
That is, I'm not gonna lie, that's actually a pretty cool thing that, well, I don't know if I wish that other Sonic games did it, but it's a pretty neat idea, honestly. Having the boss tunes be remixes of the stages.
Yep. Tails has passed again. And yet another continue.
What's wrong with just having the character portrait and then a number next to it?
Don't you see, Sheree? The head shows.
Oh, so now it's no
how
longer.
much its soul has been reused.
So before it was sleeping egg, now it's electric egg.
Egg.
It certainly looks.
And look at that, guys! Tubes! Yay! More tubes! I love tubes! Can you see the sarcasm in my voice? Or hear, sorry, the sarcasm in my voice? Fucking,
No, you clearly love these things.
But Pedro, the 16-bit games have tubes as well.
But they're not to this extent, though. I mean,
I
seriously.
swear, somebody wants to make love to these tubes badly.
Yes, the chemical plant has tubes, but they're just minor little scripted sequences that are over in a flash. They literally made entire levels based on tubes in these games.
You're like, this is required to go through. For most of the level.
Wait till we get to the special stages, Shuri.
No.
Alright.
The special stage.
The special stage, as Johnny put it, the only source of challenge in this game is the special stages. Really. That's why it's called Sonic Chaos. Because Chaos Emeralds. Anyway.
I forget what they're like here.
Oh, they look like pretty much like they always do. Like nothing really. Nothing interesting to report on that. Speaking of special stages, Shiro, do you remember how you get into special stages in this game?
Is it 50 rings or
Nope.
100 rings?
100 rings. Basically,
There we go.
Basically, everybody, in order to enter the special stage, you collect 100 rings, and when you get that 100th ring, you're immediately teleported to the special stage.
How nice.
So there you go, Jova. What do you think of this method of getting into the special stage?
It's not the worst method, you know, I mean, at the very least it is somewhat intuitive, and it's possible in many angles. Only issue is that if you get hit once, there go all your rings.
I was about to say, and considering how short a lot of these stages are, getting 100 rings back is probably near impossible.
No, Shirai, you're completely... No, that's the thing, Shirai. Didn't you notice earlier? There's plenty of moments in these levels where there's like a string of ring boxes for you to collect. Like seriously, they literally went out of their way to have moments just earlier in Act 2, Shirai. We literally had like what, 5?
They throw rings at you.
They throw rings at you ad nauseum. This is Sonic's equivalent of New Super Mario Bros. 2. They throw rings at you like mad just to make sure you have a good chance of getting into the special stage. So there's that.
Although, again, if you get hit before you get to that 100, though, there goes your hard work. And even though this game is a lot easier, it is still very possible to get hit and lose them all.
So here's the final boss of Sonic Chaos. Quite unimpressive, isn't it? I mean, I will.
Tall Tails, you have bested my best mechs, but this is my best one yet. A half of a tube with legs.
I just want you to realize that this is
at only a handful frames per second.
This is I guess kind of shoot. This may be a downgraded version of the first boss from Sonic CD.
You see, since you destroyed the egg, the thing from what's the other final boss from Sonic 2, 16-bit.
The Death Egg robot?
16-bit?
Yeah, since you destroyed the Death Egg robot, my
Hold on,
funds have
just
been
add to
cut
this.
severely.
You probably wonder why I saved the state. That's because, watch out, Eggman is trying something. Now he's gonna try and ram into us, and if you touch, you get killed in one hit. Now, to be fair, the bosses in this game are done with 0 rings anyway, so you'll always get hit. You always die on one hit anyway. But yeah, it can be a bit tough to avoid and hit him because he can be he's really fast in that regard. So yeah, the game that's a difficulty stalagmite right there. Like seriously, couldn't you at the very least build up to that bit? Whatever.
I mean,
well, I mean in real life, would the bad guy build up the thing?
I mean, to be fair, like you said, your mentality is always to avoid getting hit by him
Cast.
anyway. So
That's not Sonic.
Miles Power?
Miles Power.
You spelled his name wrong. But yeah, as I was going to say, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that attack was used previously in one of these 8-bit games. I kind of expect what he's doing, and I know that doesn't help if this is the first one you play from the set of games, but...
Well, Shirai, it's mostly because of the difficulty design. Again, up until this point, the game has been really, really freaking easy. And then all of a sudden, you have this thing that kills you in one hit, and it goes really fast. Like, it's just like the game doesn't... I just think it's one of those cases where I think, like, they should have come up with a better idea for a final boss. Hell, this makes... seriously, this makes the final boss of Sonic CD seem super climactic. Anyway, sound. So who did the sound? Mix. Oh, so...
Oh,
Mix.
yeah.
Nagao NG.
Was that like a take on M. Night Shyamalan?
Program.
Shyamalan on that one, though.
Coco.
Coco.
Oh, so Coco
Oh,
was the programmer of this game.
Let's get into the other.
Hero 777.
Toshiyan.
Toshiyan.
And Tomoyan.
Tomoyan.
So yeah,
Oh,
you're probably...
that sounds like rejected Yokai Watch characters.
Thanks to...
Hitman.
Hitman again.
Again.
The
The
Haze.
haze.
Kengan.
I think it's Kensan, actually. Gadai.
Gadai.
And Mikarin. Okay.
LLJ.
LL. Oh.
JS.
JS.
Junsenoi. K-Dash.
Ah,
Oh, look, it's...
Look.
We have to thank Kadash, Jova.
Yasuo.
Yokoyama-san.
Yokoyama-san.
Tomozo.
Hey, Tomozo. Quite a lot of...
And you.
Thanks to and you.
Yeah, thanks to and you.
Yay!
Brilliant. So yeah,
Very nice, Tails. Very nice.
by the way,
Get
developers...
out of here. It's my franchise.
And the ending of this game is just Tails bringing in the end more... There you go.
Ah.
Great job, Tails. Great jobs.
And Tails
now
fell
it's
to his
time
death.
for the real adventure.
So what happened? The Tails fought with death, and then Sonic's like, "Oh crap! I gotta find Tails again."
Alright, here's the special iconic gimmick of Sonic Chaos for Sonic.
Oh yeah, I got a cool new. Well, it's Extreme Gear before Extreme Gear.
It does end on a act on a timer, so... There you go, see, Shira, notice how many rings are on the stage. See?
Again, if you get
A lot.
hit, so okay, to their credit, it's a good thing they put that because
Oh, it
again,
is.
get hit once and you lose them all.
Yeah, that's the point of
Yeah.
what Pedro's saying.
It's to make sure you'll have plenty of chances to get into the special stage. The basic idea is we're gonna get this. Alright, so basically, if we got the rest of this, let's just check out those specials. First, I'm gonna show off me getting 100 rings just to showcase the actual entry process. Why not? It's not that interesting. It's just we just fit to white and we go into the special stage really.
Just need 16 more.
Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to say. This is the first 8-bit platformer to have the spin dash. So there's that. And there we go.
9, 3.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay,
It's
so
showtime.
the interesting thing about the special stage is each special stage is completely different. The first one is where you use these shoes and you can get the rings. And you even have these big rings that give you 10 each. Here's how you get the Chaos Hammer. The Chaos Hammer is at the very end of the special stage. All you need to do is just stay on the center of the screen. As long as you remain on the center of the screen, you'll bump into the emerald and get it.
Also, you gotta love how the bigger rings form those special names.
Yep. kind of like how at the end of the Mario games made by Koizumi and his team, they always have some kind of thing at the final level where it says "Thank you for playing" in the level itself. So.
Oh, you mean like
at the end of 3D World, for example.
Stages.
Well, remember, Jova, at the end, in the final stage of 3D World, they have that tube where Mario goes for that tube, and the tube, when you look at the tube from afar, it even shows you. It says "Thank you for playing." So.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, that's the Blue Emerald obtained. Now let's check. Well, actually, oh yeah, I think there you go. So here's the second special stage. The second special stage is a platforming stage. So yeah, okay, so I will give it credit. This is probably where most of the creativity went into, the special stages, because yeah, it is kind of interesting how each special stage is different. So, yeah, points for that. The primary gimmick is that, for this stage, is that spring... and by the way, the special stages have time limit, so you have a limited time to get the emeralds. So, fortunately, you can get some time monitors to get you extra time. The primary gimmick you're supposed to use in the special stage is that spring power-up that we've been using throughout the game. The problem is, I have two issues with that spring. The control is not the best when you're jumping through it, and touch anything with the spring on it, with it on the spring, and the spring will leave you. So basically, you have to just not touch anything while you're on the spring, otherwise you'll be screwed and you'll be left without that spring that allows you to jump higher. So come on, couldn't you at the very least let me touch the walls? Come on.
No.
Hey Shiroi, a special stage with tubes! Yay! Thank you, I totally wanted this.
You're welcome.
Tubes. If there's one thing I hate in these games, is tubes. They never fucking end. See? You see what I mean? They never end.
At least they're not trying to trip you up with a maze.
It's an infinite...
Oh, don't worry, Jova. They're saving it. They're saving it for the last one.
I know, but you gotta admit, it's surprising that for this one they didn't immediately make it a maze.
Probably to lull me into a false sense of security. Oh well. Yay, another continue that I will never use.
I hate that count sound.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is where they started reusing things. The fourth special. Well, actually, this is the fourth one. The fourth special stage is a repeat of special stage 2, but with a different layout. This time, it's not so much about verticality; it's more so about using the spin dash to break through walls, basically. Some extra time. There you go. Let's just get through it. There you go. And there you go. Wow.
Easy as pie.
God, the fucking springs. This is also going to become an issue in the final special stage, but we'll get to it. There you go. It's right here at the end. It's... Oh, there you go. The gray one.
Got it.
Alright, so that's 4 Chaos Emeralds. Oh, and here's an interesting thing, Shiroi. There's only 5 Chaos Emeralds in this game. Only 5.
Maybe one got lost somewhere.
Okay, here's the final
More
special
tubes,
stage.
yay.
This is the maze one. This is the maze one. It's a maze, Shiroi. A maze of tubes.
Tubes, you're wonderful, aren't they? Tubes all around, tubes big and small, tubes forever, wherever you are.
Up and down and all around, indeed.
Again, it's the same thing. In order to change direction in the tubes, you have to press the D-pad right as you're about to pass through the turn. Since the tube is going fast, you have to have really quick reaction times. In order, like I said, this is the thing that I always did as a kid to make my life a bit easier.
I suppose. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's annoying here, but I'll admit, when I actually did play this, part of me was just so relieved that they didn't put this on a time limit at least.
That's the thing, Joe. But no, this stage is on a time. These special stages are on a time limit. That's why.
I guess I never really noticed because I didn't really have much of an issue completing any of them, even this one.
Hold on. And we'll get... There you go. See?
Yes,
they put a fucking spring in there! You see? The reason I jumped over that is because I knew beforehand that spring was there. Like, fuck you! Whoever designed this stage, fuck you! Like,
I never bothered with the special stages in this game, I will admit that.
If you hit that spring, it will send you back into a world of pain. Like, okay,
And you're under a time limit, by the way.
yes!
Alright, Eggman. Now it's time for the real showdown. Show me what you got.
Sonic, you will never see this coming. While I prepared your friend for
Actually, Eggman, you're done.
half a pipe on stilts, I did... Oh.
Yeah, you're done.
I'm the fastest thing alive still, though. Fuck you.
Well, at least Eggman...
Don't worry, I'll prove you wrong in a future game.
And there you go.
Here, have a Chaos Emerald.
Basically, the 6 emerald is always given to Eggman if you have all the 5 emeralds when you beat him.
So basically, the getting all 6 Chaos Emeralds traps you inside one.
Yes, this is it, Shiroi. This is your reward for getting all the Chaos Emeralds.
It's like stuck in one.
An extra big emerald sprite is put on top of the original ending. Of the bad ending, sorry.
And
I can barely.
Barely
see Sonic.
That is, without a doubt, the lamest reward for 100% completion I've ever seen in one of these games. Seriously, you couldn't come up with something better than this?
I'll even take the flowers growing in Sonic 1 over this.
Oh.
Which Sonic one?
So yeah, the lesson here is...
Mega Drive.
So yeah, the lesson here is, don't bother with the special stages in this game. The reward you'll get is not worth it.
I'm glad childhood me didn't bother.
I mean, childhood me did, even though the Game Gear existed till later on 2000.
Well, okay then, Shiroi, in that case, since we're done, Shiroi, what does adult you think of this game?
I still wouldn't bother.
Well, okay, but final thoughts, please.
Yes. Well, I mean, that's what I have to say about the special stages anyway. It is at least nice that they try to put some variety in them, like making them mini games, kind of, but they just weren't very good, and the last one was just terrible. Other than that, this game is a breeze, honestly. It's
Do you want to introduce Sonic to your 5-year-old cousin or brother? Well, here's the game for you.
See, you say that, but a lot of 5-year-olds probably grew up with the Mega Drive games, which were a bit harder.
Well, that's exactly right. Like, this would be the great way to introduce Sonic to a little kid, because this game is easy as piss, so they wouldn't have much issue.
But that's what I mean, like, if they could play Sonic 1 original, then this probably wouldn't be of much use.
True, but Sonic 1 has uneven design,
yes.
It can be a bit frustrating, possibly for a little 5-year-old.
I guess if you want a aside from the final boss, I guess if you want a more streamlined experience, then yeah, this is probably the better one to go for. It's a lot better than Sonic 2 8-bit, but it's too easy. It's consistent, but that consistency is
it reminds me of the first 2 Sonic Riders games, where the first Sonic Riders, so people complained that the first Sonic Riders, instead of having a difficulty curve, have a difficulty brick wall that the player had to somehow find a way to climb over. And for Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, instead of actually, improving on the difficulty curve, they just decided to just dump all of the mechanics instead and make it a lot, basically make it nowhere near as rich and mechanically rich as the first game was.
And so, Free Riders.
We don't talk about Sonic Free Riders, Lips.
No, that never happened. Shut up.
We don't talk about Sonic Free Riders.
interesting what I consider the worst Sonic games always have their but except the original. The worst Sonic games recently have had like the debuts of voice casts, like Shadow, first one to have the kids group, and Sonic Free Riders was the first one to have the modern group we have now.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Anything else, Shuri?
That's pretty much that's pretty much it. This is just I mean, it's not bad, but it's pretty boring, I guess. The soundtrack is pretty nice.
It's a game that did the bare minimum to not suck, and that's about it, really.
Yeah, that's probably a better way to describe it. And I'm done.
Jova.
It's a perfectly playable, and I'd say you can still get legit enjoyment out of it, sort of game here and there. I do appreciate how, for once, they actually tried to make the special stages unique for each one here and there. The one exception being the goddamn maze one at the last bit. As Pedro's reaction showed. That said, otherwise, it's a perfectly fine and fun game. There's nothing inherently wrong about it. Could it be tougher? Yes. But, at the very least, it's more consistent with its curve here and there. So, I am fine with that.
All right.
Wibs, next.
Wibs.
It looks better than 2-8-bit on account that the difficulty at least doesn't go all over the place. It doesn't go anywhere, but at least there's some consistency here. And that's about it. I mean, other than that, you can pretty much copy and paste my thoughts on some of the other 8-bit games into here.
All right. Like I've said, this game is a game that, from what I can tell, Sonic 2 probably did get some negative feedback because of its, let's face it, questionable choices. So it looks like to me that Aspet's primary mission with this game was not screw up. Do not screw up. They succeeded. That was their primary goal. Just make a game that doesn't suck, basically. And yeah, like Jova said, they succeeded technically, I guess, but it's still like they didn't really go beyond that point though. Like the game is perfectly functional, but it's piss easy. The stages are piss easy. The bosses, for the most part, are piss easy. Not quite as easy. Although, to be fair, not quite as easy as Sonic 2's 8-bits bosses. I actually think Sonic 2 8-bits bosses were even a bit more pathetic than this. So there's that. The most you'll be getting out of this game, like Johnny said, is the special stages, really. Because you'll be trying to get 100 rings, you'll be trying to get all the ammos, and because there's time limit, you have to get good to get to them. And you're going to be spending a lot of time trying to complete the final special stage, because the final special stage is where the design where the designers were feeling very much Sonic 2-ish when they designed this one.
You sound like you had such a good time with it.
Oh no, the time of my life, clearly.
Yeah.
Why should I could be playing Sonic Free instead of I could be not free, so Sonic CD. I could be playing Sonic CD instead of this, but no, Sonic Chaos clearly. The special stage. But that special stage can rot in hell. Like seriously, that spring at the end. That's just that's
so terrible.
Imagine your childhood. You finally reach the end with that emerald, only to get bounced back into the endless sea of tubes that will send you down a raveling path to your doom as the clock ticks down more and more as you try to frantically find your way back out, but you know
Seriously, that's not challenging. That's just dickish. That's not the challenging designers. They're just being dicks. Like seriously.
They laugh in your face.
Yeah, exactly.
Although to be honest, Pedro, we say that to them, but we'll be honest, care. They get their sick laughs.
Yeah.
As far as they're concerned, it was worth it. So there's no point trying to appeal to them.
It's literally it's literally one of the designers turned to the other. It wouldn't be so funny if we put a spring in here, just to.
The rest of the game is too easy. We have to put quote unquote difficulty somewhere.
AKA the entire mentality behind Carnival Night Zone.
Whatever.
I never understood that. But okay.
Well, Shiroi, here's the thing.
It's Carnival Night Zone, Shiroi. Nobody really understands it these days.
It's talking about. Are you talking about the barrel?
Well, Carnival Night Zone in general, but yes, culminating with the barrel.
See, there's the thing, Shiroi. I don't know about you, but when I was a little kid, I didn't know for the life of me if that was supposed to press up and down over and over. I was just trying to jump and over, and I even read the manual to see if there was any.
People who called the hotline.
No, that's Jova. I'm in Jova, I'm in Portugal. There's no hotline. There were no hotlines in here. I was completely on my own.
Fun fact, yeah. Because fun fact, whenever somebody called the hotline, literally the opening remark was, "Is it the barrel?" Because that was like the most asked about thing.
See, Shira, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Shira. Even if you were able to find that out on your own, still, even if you couldn't, you still had the internet to help you. I didn't. I was playing that zone all the way back in 1994 with no one to help me.
Where I'm coming from is there's only so many buttons on a controller.
I know,
and it clearly moves up and down.
No. See, here's the thing, Shira.
If not jumping, what else than to press up and down?
Well, Shira, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Shira. You have to understand everything that built up towards that barrel, because there's never any point in the game where the game hints at you that you can control the barrels when you press up and down. You know that when you jump on them, they react to your weight, but that's it. I never bothered even trying to press up and down while on those things. I never had any reason to in Act 1 or during Act 1, right? So I never bothered to even try to figure anything out about those barrels. I just thought they were normal obstacles that I just jump on and then jump off, So when I got to that bit, I was just I was just trying to see if I could jump on it enough so that I can lower it enough so I can go, which is possible for the record. You can jump on it enough to the point where you can weigh it down. It is possible, but it's incredibly hard.
Anyway, folks, that was our commentary of Sonic Chaos.
That was our commentary on.
We've devolved into discussion of the barrels.
And that was our commentary on Sonic Chaos and Pedro's journey of chaos.
Yes. Tune in next time for Sonic and Tails 2 or Sonic Triple or Sonic Triple Trouble if you prefer.
Which I consider the culmination of Sonic 8-bit games.
It is, yes, I agree.
But there was Sonic Blast.
We don't talk about Sonic Blast whips.
We will eventually.
See you, everybody.
Eventually.
See ya.